evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Adriana Cotero. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. An illegal woman driving an illegal vehicle for illegal purposes is in court today. Also tonight, more on the CNMI public school system budget proposal for fiscal year 2020. And arrival trends are still down, but NBA says they are increasing. We have the numbers. In sports, NMI boys see action on day 2 of an international tennis tournament. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Get more, do more with Docomo Pacific. Enjoy endless local calls and SMS with 30 gigabytes of data for only $59 a month. Sign up today and get a Samsung J6 smartphone free. Connect with the familia, share your moments with your primos, and celebrate the Marianas way every day. The possibilities are endless on the fastest network that gives you more. Docomo! Now available at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Some conditions apply.
You better strap, everybody come on, you better click, and click it on, put your seatbelt on, it can save your life. Life is in your hands, your seatbelt makes a difference, it's your only defense, you gotta click it or ticket. You better strap, everybody come on, you better click, and click it on, put your seatbelt on, you gotta click it or ticket.
Hafa-day Tirwami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Tuesday, May 21st, 2019. In court, a Chinese female has been arrested for operating an illegal taxi service, all while being in Saipan illegally. KSPN's Ashley McDowell has more.
According to court documents, Chung Kiao Chen entered the CNMI in May of 2013 under the conditional parole system and was permitted to stay in Saipan for 1 month. Chen returned to China but came back to Saipan a few months later, planning to stay a couple of years, only being permitted back into Saipan after lying to the U.S. immigration officer at the airport by stating she was only coming to Saipan for tourism. Documents state that Chen was able to obtain a driver's license from the BMV. On May 2, 2019, a Federal Protection Services officer encountered Chen in a red Toyota sedan, where Chen presented the officer with an expired Saipan driver's license. The officer questioned the passenger of the vehicle, who claimed Chen was a taxi driver for the passenger, according to court documents. The officer also discovered that Chen did not have a CW1 authorizing her to work. Chen was arrested but released after agreeing to return to the Homeland Security investigations. According to court documents, Chen was discovered again driving a red Toyota sedan on May 16, 2019, with another Saipan's driver's license. This time, it was fake. Chen was arrested that same day. The U.S. District Court for the Northern Mariana Islands filed an amended arrest warrant May 20, 2019.
Thank you, Ashley. And the first of many budget hearings with the House Committee on Ways and Means took place this week, and we sit down with the CNMI public school system, who were first to enter the House chamber. Take a listen.
The numbers that we submit are the true numbers. It is not a number that out of in the thin air that we want. It is what the school system needs.
A number that is $66 million needed for fiscal year 2020, while the governor's budget proposal has the CNMI public school system at $36 million, nearly half of what they are asking for.
That's the reason why we're adamant in trying to convince our legislature to come up and see what they could do to help us meet that, because with that amount that we submit, that would keep us going with our mission to improve our children in the CNMI.
According to Vice Chair of the State Board of Education and Chair of the Capital Improvement Project, Herman Attelig, repairs are of top concern.
We've just gone through a typhoon. There's a lot of repair that we need also in the CIP project to kind of renovate most of our schools. That and again, our payroll with our compensation plan, the personnel cost alone is roughly at 40, and that gives us very little for operation.
$40 million for payroll, and according to CNMI Public School System Director of Finance, costs will go up for hardening structures to be well equipped in the case of another storm.
Fiscal year 2020, our budget submission, the bare minimum was at 51, but given the current state of our facilities and what happened to the school because of the typhoon, we had $15 million in CIP, so it was a total of around 66. Just for the CIP project part, you know, FEMA is going to help a lot, and there's that CBDG thing coming up, but those things also have like a local match. And with FEMA wanting to, or with the whole CNMI wanting to move towards hardening, right? Like more of a permanent structure, it's going to cost a lot more. Mm-hmm. That's why, so that 15 million is really geared towards maximizing with all the federal grants that we can avail.
And the public school systems say that they always welcome healthy dialogue and appreciate the chance to have a hearing with the lawmakers to explain their needs. Reporting for KSPN2 News, I'm Adriana Cotero. Arrivals for April of 2019 were at 40,000 visitors. This figure is 19% lower in comparison to April of last year. According to the Marianas Visitors Authority, this is the strongest monthly performance since Super Typhoon Yutu hit back in October of 2018. And with the resumption of T-Way Air on March 31st, Korea is back in top as a source market for the Marianas with 17,182 visitors. Arrivals from China are also at the same number of 17,182. And from Japan, the Marianas had 2,313 visitors. The CNMI Department of Public Safety is conducting checkpoints this week to ensure the safety of you and your children. DPS states the purpose of these checkpoints is to increase awareness of the dangers of not utilizing the proper car seat for children and the dangers of not utilizing your seatbelt when driving or riding in a vehicle. The first checkpoint will be Wednesday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Chalanpale Arnold, Garepan to Chalanpale Arnold, Chalan Lao Lao. The second checkpoint on that day will be on Beach Road, Garepan to Beach Road, San Jose from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. The next set of checkpoints will be on Friday, May 24th from 9 a.m. to noon on Beach Road, Garepan to Beach Road, Susupi. And the second checkpoint for that day will be on Chalan Monsignor Guerrero, San Jose to Isa Drive, San Vicente from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. The locations of the checkpoints were predetermined based on the number of auto accidents in those areas. The CNMI has been awarded $8.7 million for the fiscal year 2019 Capital Improvement Project by Assistant Secretary for Insular and International Affairs, Doug Dominic. Governor Ralph Torres says, quote, "We worked collaboratively on the funding of our priorities by sharing our critical needs, which include funding for our local cost share of the FEMA projects that have helped speed up our recovery and other critical infrastructure initiatives. We are very thankful to him and his team for the continued support of our priorities and our recovery efforts," end quote. The $8.7 million will be allocated as follows. About $431,000 for CUC toward the granular activated carbon treatment system. $5.1 million for local cost share of the FEMA projects on Saipan. About $891,000 for the local cost share of FEMA projects on Tinian, and the same amount for local cost share of FEMA projects on Rhoda. $500,000 for FEMA Super Typhoon Yutu hazard mitigation projects. $706,000 for continuation of the CIP program administration. And $101,000 for the maintenance and infrastructure projects in the CNMI. Also, the CNMI has received $400,000 for the Rhoda Department of Public Safety building renovations. Coming up, typhoon season is right around the corner and people are still living out of tents. We speak with EOC for an update next after the break.
Get your daily serving of 4G LTE data with IT&E's daily prepaid plans. Choose from the best priced plans in the Marianas. Get 1 gigabyte of data for $2.50 a day or choose a $1.50 or $2 plan. Need more data? Top up. Get 100 megabytes for $1 or 1 gigabyte for $10. Visit any IT&E store or call us to learn more and ask about our prepaid loyalty plan. IT&E. Explore your world.
Winigi PHI Pharmacy in Gofadahi, Ihilim Lomo.
Our complete line of pharmaceuticals and lowest prices ensure you get the treatment that you deserve.
Our compassionate, friendly, multilingual staff will take the time to get to know you, explain your medications to you, and answer any questions that you may have.
Ngere ayor sumaye ukalweres ren, kutsu wayor safeye emal ebalisiu klalyam weres.
Inumin ang inyong gamot ayon sa inireseta ng inyong doktor at alinsunod sa bilin ng inyong pharmaceutical.
We accept most insurance, but in case you don't have coverage, we offer cost-effective generic drugs.
PHI Pharmacy, your lifelong partner in health. PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. There are still people living on island that do not have a stable home to live in after Super Typhoon U2 struck back in October of 2018. KSPN's Ashley McDowell is out in Koblerville with the details. Ashley?
That's right, Adriana. As today's weather shows, typhoon season is only a few months away. And although there has been ample amount of help with the reconstruction from Super Typhoon U2, there are still people living out of these tents waiting for the permanent construction of housing on their property.
It's going to be anywhere from now up until 2020 when this program is expected to be in full completion in terms of building all the homes that were eligible and helping all those that were under home repair the assistance that they needed.
The Permanent Housing Construction Program is assistance provided by FEMA that gives residents whose house was destroyed or severely damaged from Super Typhoon U2 reconstruction or a brand new house completely paid for by FEMA. Each house was determined on a case-by-case basis, as no two situational needs are the same. But now the program is in its third stage of the process, actual construction.
The construction is going to be staggered in a sense where they're going to concentrate on the amount of people that have qualified, where those dense population is. Just logistically, it makes more sense to do 10 homes in one area than it would be to do one home in, for example, Gualarai, and then another home in Kobler, and then another home in Dandan. It was just too staggered. So the strategy is to help as much people as they can in one area and then move on to the next set of people.
These brand new homes will be up to standards designed to withstand typhoons.
And it's a great mitigation program. You know, that's one less house that we have to worry about when typhoons do hit, and it's going to be fully mitigated to be up to par to typhoon standards. So typhoon-proof shutters, there are going to be water tanks that are going to be installed, as well as an outdoor kitchen option that provides those security doors that are going to be typhoon proof.
To get the assistance of a reconstructed house or brand new house, it will take time. As DeLeon Guerrero says, there is a lack of manpower.
Manpower is a huge factor in how we're able to help people as quickly as we can. We're hoping for the best, but in the end, it really is up unto the prime contractor that was awarded by FEMA to determine the workforce and see if they need to bring in people, whether from the mainland or Guam or any other country that's listed under, I guess, who's permitted to work in the CNMI.
Once FEMA is starting permanent housing construction in an area, the owners will have to find a temporary place to live.
They are going to have to vacate the property because of liability issues. We don't want to be doing construction when they're still living in their tent. And so from my last understanding, there was about 70 to 80% of those that have qualified who have already determined an alternative housing solution while their house is being built.
Residents on Saipan who are wondering where on island FEMA is in the construction process with permanent housing can contact the PHC local number at 236-2852. Early 2020 is just a projection, and once again, manpower is the biggest factor in meeting this deadline. Reporting in Culberville, I'm Ashley McDowell. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Ashley. Coming up, one of the most unbelievable baseball games in KSPN2 sports history. Bob has that next. Stay tuned.
Get a load of this! Here's your chance to win cold hard cash with Docomo Pacific's prepaid giveaway. For a limited time only, get a chance to win cash and cool Docomo Pacific gear every time you load $5 worth of Docomo Pacific prepaid. Every Friday, we'll reward 5 winners with $50 and one grand prize of $250 to one lucky person. Every $5 worth of prepaid load gets you an automatic entry. Load more and get more chances to win with Docomo Pacific's prepaid giveaway. Docomo Pacific. Better together. Some conditions apply.
Hi, I'm Mel, a certified ophthalmic assistant here at Mariana's Eye Institute.
Dry eyes can become more prevalent as you get older. It can also be stimulated by medication or environmental conditions.
Dry eye is a very common condition. Perhaps as many as 30 to 40% of people will develop it during their lifetime. The symptoms that people have most commonly are, I've got sand in my eye. It feels like I got dirt, grit, something's in my eye. Frequently the eye will water then because of this irritation, and people then will have blurry vision from all the watering of their eyes.
Dry eyes can be diagnosed here with an eye exam and are often treated with drops to increase lubrication. If your eyes are frequently dry, it's time to seek some help.
This has been Dr. Dennis Williams of the Mariana's Eye Institute.
So what are you going to do this year? At Gold's, a dedicated fitness studio with a cushioned floor is perfect for group exercise. The cardio room features a variety of treadmills, bikes, steppers, and ellipticals. Fitness machines will help you achieve your goals, and the largest free weight area on Saipan gives you comfortable space to work out. Gold's Gym Team is ready to help you get to your goals. Try harder. We know you can do it.
KSPN2 Sports is brought to you in part by Triple J Motors.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, an overnight rain dampened the ITF NMI Junior Tennis Championships this morning, but by afternoon the sun had come out and so had the teenagers.
Day 2 of the 7th annual ITF NMI Junior Tennis Championships, a grade 5 tournament that counts towards world rankings. Play commenced at 12:30 this afternoon with the second round for the girls. All 4 of the NMI girls lost in the first round yesterday. Sean Lee had his opening match this afternoon against Louis Zhang from Australia. There's a service winner for Sean. Jimin Wu serving against Shuhei Otani from Japan. Point Otani after Wu goes long on the return. Top NMI players Ken Song and Robbie Shore are reunited. Ken coming from high school in Minnesota, and they're taking off as soon as this tournament ends. Robbie, where are you guys going after this?
Fiji.
What are you going to do over there?
Play the Nations Cup there.
What is the Nations Cup?
It's all the islands in the Pacific. So, yeah.
So are you and Ken going to be partners?
Yeah.
What do you two guys, how you guys complement each other? How?
Well, we're pros, so,
yeah.
You Yeah, for each other. I have the serve, he has the volleys. Yeah.
All right, sounds like a winning combination. This tournament, sanctioned by the International Tennis Federation. Patrick O'Rourke flew from New Zealand to Saipan to oversee this tournament for the 7th consecutive year, all hosted by the Pacific Islands Club. This year, though, is different in one respect. No lights.
It's a great event, and it's good to play at the PIC here. The kids can experience a little bit of the hotel as well, and the lagoon. And it's been a great venue in the past. It's a little bit of a struggle this year with after the terrible typhoon at the end of the year, and we don't have any lights if we run late. But it is a great place to play.
All right, here are the latest results from this afternoon. Sean Lee won his match 6-2, 6-love. Ken Song lost to his opponent from Korea, while Jimin Woo fell to his Japanese opponent. Robbie Shore defeated his Japanese opponent 6-1, 6-2. All right, for a little perspective, having covered baseball games here for 26 years, I can say that Saturday was one of the wildest and craziest ones that I've ever seen. It's an instant KSPN2 sports classic. A cloud covered Saturday afternoon on Capitol Hill, not a drop of rain, while at the bottom of Capitol Hill it was raining like bullets. MJ Tadella and Team McDonald's batting against the Little Eagles, the top two teams in the Majors division. Back-to-back ground ball singles to right, put 2 on. After Ezra Atta drew a walk, the bags were fuller than a McDonald's milkshake. Dylan Santos with the bounder up the middle. The shortstop cannot make a play and a run scores. Kazu De La Cruz clubs a soft liner that snakes through for the ribby. Kazu dares the catcher to throw to first. He does, but De La Cruz was safe. The strategy pays off when Ezra steals home, but they gun down Santos at third for the out. McDonald's was up 5-1 in the third. Dylan Santos trying to preserve that 4-run advantage. Ezra Atta helping him out.
Go, Ezra! Hey, good job, Ezra!
A swing and a miss, and there were 2 down. Jesse Narita, the sinking liner to center. Oh, snagged by Tudela. 3 down. Hey, that's 3 outs. Hey, get back in the dugout.
I know you got that, ball.
I got that. We interrupt this game to enforce the tuck-in rule. All right, a comebacker to Albert. He fires the first, and it was 1-2-3 inning. Santos, he gets a whiff and sets down the Little Eagles 1-2-3. Top of the fourth we go. Tadella, a solid single to left. Dylan reaches on an error, and McDonald's was threatening like a thunderstorm. A swing and a miss, and that threat never materialized, just like that rain never came up from the bottom of the hill. Austin Diaz leads off the bottom of the fourth with that base hit. The Little Eagles were hanging around. Greg Perez, the slow roller, and the bases were legally full. Runners were everywhere. Whoa! Santiago Semin with the chopper that causes all kinds of trouble out there, and another run. Jesse Narita, the slow roller. Ezra outraces him to the bag, and another run scores. It was 5-4 at the end of 4. Time for a root beer shaved ice. Bottom of the 6th, last chance. Albert Adriano, he leads off with that shot to left field. Albert tricks the catcher to throw to second, and when the ball bounced into center field, he takes off, beats the throw, but overruns the bag. He's out. Oh, that's a wasted leadoff runner, because it cost at least a run. Greg followed with an that's a ground rule double. Ryan De La Cruz lines out to Casey Chambers for the second out. Dylan was so happy about that, he went over to congratulate him. Hey, what about the runner? Greg takes off for third. The throw. Oh, the Little Eagles had to run. And you bet their fans were appreciative. Routine grounder to second. That ends, it should have ended the inning, except the umpire had called timeout. Why? For Ezra to tie his shoes. Okay, do it all over. So they did. And guess what? Would you believe it was exact same play? All right, that ends the inning.
Out! Out! Yes!
Austin Diaz, top of the 7th, delivers to Joey Dela Cruz. A ground rule, RBI double, supersize it. McDonald's was up 6-5. Bottom of the 7th, runner on first. Albert the grounder, pass MJ. And the Little Eagles had the tying runner dancing at third. Greg the grounder to second. One run comes in to throw to first. Not the greatest. Oh, they trap Albert in a rundown, and the ball gets away. So does the game. The Legals steal it. Give them a standing O, please. Thank you.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Hey, go-karters, come early and stay late. We have new summer hours for the Seaside Circuit at Mariana Resort. Daytime is pretty hot, but evenings are pretty cool and perfect for racing. Check in at Mariana's Trekking and you'll be off racing in no time. Bring your fans, bring your friends, and show your ID for a special half-a-day rate after 5 o'clock. And check out our other adventures too, like mountain biking, hiking, kayaking, and off-roading. Perfect for groups, perfect for families, perfect for friends. So go ahead, bring your best friend. Mariana's Trekking, your adventure professional for 17 years. Today's high temperature 86, the heat index 99, the low 77, humidity 79%. Now total rain from last night at the airport 3.18 inches. 3.81 inches. That brings monthly total to 4.52. And that means we had less than an inch of rain in the first 21 days and then a downpour last night. All right, partly cloudy, isolated showers tomorrow. Southwest winds 10 to 15, high 88, low 79, seas 47 feet. Sunrise 546. 8:48, the high tide, low tide 4:19, sunset at 6:40. Like that rain,
Yeah,
the
love
lightning,
that rain.
thunderstorm,
Honestly,
all coming in from the southwest. That's very unusual for this time of year.
Okay.
But I know you have a question.
What's my question, Bob?
Let me ask you let me tell you your question. Is the drought over?
Is the drought over?
No.
Okay.
But there was so much rain last night. That's all right. It's like we got so much rain, we're getting up to normal.
Yeah.
We had over 3 inches at the airport, and we had 2.66 inches over there on Capitol Hill, thanks to Homeland Security Operations giving us that data.
PIO, Nadine,
Yeah, so
I
they
heard
had,
you on the phone with her earlier.
so they had 5 times more rain last night than we did in the first 21 days.
Oh, wow.
So there you
Yeah,
go.
I mean, I did hear, and everyone all day today when I've been going out on stories is like, it's raining. They're all excited, so it is nice.
I
It's
know,
nice
right.
that we get excited about
They're going
rain.
to get tired of that real fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, it's nice because we were in a drought. And then, even when I woke up this morning and I looked at my email, it was like flood advisory. I was like, okay, that's different. Drought yesterday, flood today.
It's change. Change is what people like, and this was a change. So
It was a change indeed. So are we going to expect more rain?
yes.
Yes.
But not no, maybe in August.
Okay, but not right now.
July, no.
Okay, I see. So not too much change just yet. All right. Well, thank you, Bob, for
Thank
that
you.
weather. As always, you do a great job. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.